Imagine if men couldn't stop thinking about you. If their first instinct was to chase you, fight for your attention, and crave your presence without you lifting a finger. Sounds impossible. Stick around, because today I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock this hidden power most women don't even realize they have. Welcome, beautiful souls. If you've ever felt like you're always the one putting in the effort, texting first, planning dates, wondering where you stand, it's time to flip the script completely. In today's video, I'm revealing a transformational secret that changes the dating game forever. How to make 97% of men naturally chase you without playing games or losing your authentic self. And let me be super clear, this isn't about manipulation. It's about awakening the magnetic energy that already lives inside you. The energy that draws the right men towards you without the endless guesswork, overthinking, or should I text him drama. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why men chase, but you'll have the confidence to make it happen effortlessly, starting today. No vague advice, no recycled tips, only real actionable strategies that work. Because you deserve to be pursued, loved, and valued for exactly who you are. So grab a notebook, gorgeous, because this might just be the video that changes your entire love story. Let's dive in and unleash your irresistible power. Have you ever found yourself wondering why some men seem to move mountains for one woman, while pulling away or losing interest with another? The truth is, men's instinct to chase is deeply wired into their psychology. But here's the catch. It's not triggered by looks, achievements, or how much you do for them. It's about how you make them feel about themselves when they're around you. Men are hunters by nature. It's in their DNA to pursue, to earn, to conquer. When a man feels he has to work a little, not because you're playing hard to get, but because you know your worth, it lights up something powerful inside him. He feels alive. He feels challenged in a good way. He sees you as valuable, someone not easily won, someone worth investing time, effort, and emotion into. But when the dynamic flips, when you start over-giving, over-explaining, over-texting, it tells him subconsciously that he doesn't need to invest. You've already handed over the prize without asking him to truly earn it. And no matter how much he liked you at first, his instincts to chase start to fade. It's not because you're not enough. It's because the natural rhythm of attraction was interrupted. The women who naturally trigger the chase understand this energy intuitively. They know that real magnetism comes from being, not begging, not performing, not pushing. It's about having boundaries, a full life, and a radiant self-worth that doesn't depend on whether or not he calls or texts today. And here's a little secret most dating coaches won't tell you. Men don't fall in love when they're receiving. They fall in love when they are giving. When they're investing their time, their thoughts, their energy into you, when they feel like they are winning something valuable that not just any man can have. When you let him step up, when you create space for him to pursue, you allow him to feel like a man around you. And that feeling is addictive to the right kind of man. On the other hand, if a man senses that you need him more than he needs you, his instincts tell him something's off. It's not personal. It's primal. A man's attraction grows with admiration and effort, not with pressure or obligation. So the real magic is staying open, warm, and receptive, while also being unattached to the outcome. It's showing him through your actions, not your words, that you are the prize, and that if he wants you, he must rise to meet you, not the other way around. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how you can tap into this powerful energy, and how you can inspire a man to pursue you with genuine enthusiasm, devotion, and respect. Stay with me, because what comes next could shift everything you thought you knew about dating and attraction. The biggest mistake, the silent killer of attraction, is chasing energy. It's subtle. It sneaks up on you. It often looks like you're just showing interest or being supportive, but what's actually happening underneath is that you're stepping into the masculine role of pursuit without even realizing it. And when that happens, you flip the entire dynamic that naturally pulls a man towards you. Chasing energy shows up when you initiate every conversation, when you overthink and overanalyze every move, when you rearrange your schedule to fit into his, when you're always available, even if he's only halfway showing up for you. It feels desperate even if your heart is in the right place. It sends an unspoken message. I'm afraid you won't choose me, so I'm trying to secure your attention. And here's the brutal truth. The moment a man feels that you're chasing him, something inside him switches off. Not because he's cruel, not because he doesn't appreciate you, but because deep down, men want to feel that they are earning your time, your affection, when you do all the heavy lifting for him, it steals the thrill, the excitement, the emotional investment that naturally grows when he's the one moving toward you. The good news is you can fix this starting today. The key is to shift back into receiving mode. Instead of asking, how can I get him to like me? Ask, is he showing up for me? Instead of constantly giving more, pause and observe. Let him reveal his intentions through his actions, not just his words. Let him chase. Let him wonder. Let him work a little. One of the most powerful things you can do is to give a man the space to pursue you and to be strong enough to let the wrong ones fall away. When you're not trying to control the outcome, you become infinitely more attractive. Your energy says, I know my value. I don't chase, I attract. I don't audition for love. I am the prize. Remember, your job is not to convince a man to see your worth. Your job is to know your worth so deeply that only those who recognize it and respect it stay in your life. Men fall in love not when you give more, but when they give to you. When they feel emotionally invested because they chose to show up, chose to pursue, chose to make you a priority. And the right man will feel honored to do it. So if you find yourself feeling anxious, overreaching, or trying to prove yourself to someone, stop, breathe. Come back to your center. Reconnect to your radiant magnetic energy. You are not here to chase love. Love is meant to find you, recognize you, and claim you effortlessly. And trust me, the second you master this shift, you'll notice a dramatic change in how men treat you. You won't just be an option. You'll be the one he can't stop thinking about. One of the most magnetic or irresistible qualities you can have, the thing that drives men absolutely crazy in the best way, is mystery. But not in the way you might think. Mystery isn't about being secretive, manipulative, or playing childish games. True mystery is about maintaining a sense of intrigue, a sense of depth that makes a man realize there's always more to discover about you. It keeps him leaning in. It keeps him wondering. It keeps him chasing mystery. When done right, sparks curiosity. It whispers instead of shouting. It invites him to want to get to know you more without you needing to force anything. It allows a man to wonder about you, what you're thinking, how you spend your time, what you're passionate about, rather than feeling like he already knows everything after 2 dates. The women who naturally captivate men without even trying are not necessarily the loudest, the flashiest, or the ones constantly updating a man on every little thing happening in their life. They are the ones who hold a little bit back. They keep a beautiful piece of themselves private until someone earns the right to see it. They create a space where a man feels excited to keep showing up, because every time he does, he gets to peel back a new layer of her world. Mystery also signals something powerful: self-sufficiency. It shows that you have a life, passions, dreams, and a vibrant inner world that doesn't revolve around him. And nothing is more attractive than a woman who is fully alive in her own energy. Someone who would be just fine without him, but who chooses to share herself little by little with the man who proves worthy. Maintaining mystery also means being selective with your availability. Not pretending you're busy when you're not, but genuinely having a life that's full, rich, and exciting. It's about not instantly replying to every text within 2 seconds. It's about not over-explaining where you are or what you're doing. It's about letting him miss you, wonder about you, crave more time with you. When a man doesn't know everything about you, he imagines you. He thinks about you. He creates fantasies about what being with you would be like, and that emotional involvement is where real attraction lives. Here's the beautiful truth. You don't have to work harder to be mysterious. You don't have to act like someone you're not. True mystery is simply choosing to stay connected to yourself first, rather than trying to manage how someone else perceives you. It's knowing that you are a multi-layered, complex, fascinating woman, and that any man lucky enough to know you will earn the right to see deeper parts of you over time through his consistent actions, not just words. So if you want to drive a man crazy in all the right ways, stop trying to prove yourself. Stop trying to explain every detail. Stop oversharing out of fear he might lose interest. Instead, trust in the power of your presence, the strength of your energy, and the undeniable pull that comes from simply letting him come closer, a little bit at a time. Remember, what is easily given is easily forgotten, but what is discovered slowly is cherished forever. The biggest myth in dating is that you have to play games to keep a man interested. But the truth is, real attraction, deep, lasting, soul-level attraction, has nothing to do with pretending to be someone you're not. It has everything to do with stepping fully into your authentic feminine energy in a way that feels effortless, not calculated. Being irresistible isn't about pretending you're unavailable when you desperately want to talk to him. It's not about waiting exactly 3 hours before texting back. Those kinds of tactics might create temporary confusion, but they don't build the emotional connection that leads a man to choose you over every other woman in the long run. Real irresistibility is magnetic. It's about how a man feels in your presence, safe, inspired, challenged, and intrigued. One of the keys to being naturally irresistible is emotional self-sufficiency. When you exude happiness, peace, and fulfillment on your own, you remove the pressure from the relationship dynamic. You're not looking to a man to complete you. You're inviting him to join you in an already beautiful, thriving life. That difference is electric. Men are instinctively drawn to women who are the source of their own joy. Another crucial piece is authenticity. When you're real, when you share your passions, speak from your heart, laugh without filtering yourself, you give a man permission to do the same. Vulnerability, when shared with discernment, is magnetic. Being open, warm, and genuine, without oversharing or seeking validation, creates a powerful balance. You are accessible, but not exposed. You are relatable, yet still retain your mystery. Confidence also plays a massive role, but real confidence isn't loud. It's quiet. It's the way you hold yourself, the way you look into someone's eyes when you speak, the way you don't rush to fill awkward silences because you are comfortable in your own skin. True confidence whispers, "I know who I am, and I am enough." That energy is intoxicating. It signals to a man that you are not desperate for attention or validation, and that makes him want to work harder to win a space in your life. Lastly, being irresistible means living with passion. There's nothing more attractive than a woman who is in love with her own life. Whether it's your career, your hobbies, your health, your friendships, when you are fully engaged in creating a beautiful life for yourself, you radiate a frequency that men can't help but be drawn to. You're not chasing them. You're not waiting for a relationship to make you happy. You are already fulfilled, and that makes a man want to be a part of your world in the end. Being irresistible is not about manipulation. It's about authenticity. It's about standing fully in your value, knowing that the right man will recognize it without you having to shrink, chase, or settle. You don't need to play games to win love. You just need to be love in your words, your actions, your energy, and the right man will chase you, choose you, and cherish you. If you want to create a deep, lasting connection with a man, the kind that makes him see you as the one, without hesitation, you need to understand something most people miss. Men fall in love emotionally, not logically. It's not the checklist of your qualities that captures his heart. It's the way you make him feel when he's with you. And when you know how to naturally activate the right emotional triggers, you make it almost impossible for him to walk away. The first emotional trigger is admiration. Men have an almost primal need to feel admired by the woman they care about. It's not about ego stroking or false praise. It's about recognizing his strengths genuinely. When you notice his efforts, when you appreciate his talents, when you acknowledge what he brings to the table without him begging for it, you tap into a deep emotional place that makes him want to be even better for you. Men crave to be your hero. Someone you genuinely look up to, not because you need saving, but because you appreciate who he is. The second powerful trigger is acceptance. Every man has insecurities, doubts, fears, even if he hides them well. When he senses that he can be his authentic self around you, not just the strong, confident version, but also the vulnerable, messy, uncertain parts, and you still love and accept him, it creates a bond that's almost unbreakable. Most people show love conditionally, but if you can love him in his full humanity, flaws and all, you trigger a deep loyalty he won't even fully understand. He'll just know he doesn't want to lose you. Another secret emotional trigger is excitement and unpredictability. Human beings are wired for novelty. In relationships, emotional monotony kills attraction faster than anything. You don't need to be someone different every day. The little doses of surprise, a spontaneous adventure, a playful tease, a new side of you he hasn't fully seen yet. Keep the emotional landscape between you exciting and alive. When a man feels that life with you is never boring, that he can't predict everything about you, it keeps him emotionally invested in the relationship. The fourth trigger is emotional safety. While men often project toughness, deep down, they are just as afraid of rejection, betrayal, and humiliation as anyone else. When a man feels that he can trust you, that you won't weaponize his vulnerabilities against him, that you will have his back even when no one is looking, he bonds with you on a soul level. Emotional safety isn't just about kindness, it's about consistency, loyalty, and making him feel secure in your presence. Finally, one of the most magnetic emotional triggers is being seen and understood. When you listen to him, really listen, not just waiting for your turn to speak. When you notice the small details about who he is and what he values, he feels profoundly connected to you. In a world that often misunderstands or overlooks men's emotional worlds, being the woman who truly gets him is a rare and precious gift he will fight to keep. The magic happens when you trigger these emotions naturally, not by trying to manipulate him, but by embodying the kind of energy that inspires him to show up fully, to chase you, to invest in you, and to choose you over and over again. Because ultimately, it's not about being perfect. It's about making him feel something with you that he can't find anywhere else, a powerful, irreplaceable connection that he will treasure with everything he's got. Now that you understand the powerful emotional triggers that draw men in and the secrets to becoming truly irresistible, it's time to get even more practical. Let's talk about real-life ways you can start applying this today. Simple shifts in your energy, your words, and your actions that create immediate impact without feeling forced or fake. First, the power of delayed response. Instead of instantly replying the moment he texts you, pause. Take your time. This doesn't mean you should play mind games or pretend to be busy. It simply means you're showing that your life is full and that you're not sitting by your phone waiting for him. Even a 20 to 30-minute delay in texting back when you're genuinely doing something else sends the subtle, powerful message that you have your own rhythm and that he needs to earn a place in your world. Second, practice selective sharing. When a man asks about your day or your weekend, don't immediately give him a play-by-play of every tiny detail. Instead, share one or two highlights, things that genuinely excited or inspired you, and leave it at that. The goal isn't to be cold or aloof. It's to give him just enough that he stays curious and wants to know more. Remember, mystery fuels attraction. Another example you can apply today is mirroring his effort instead of overextending. If he plans the date, shows up, and communicates consistently, you naturally respond with warmth and enthusiasm. If he becomes distant or inconsistent, instead of chasing or asking, "What's wrong?" you gracefully mirror that energy by stepping back. This teaches a man subconsciously that access to you is earned through effort and consistency, and the right ones will rise to the challenge. Use compliments strategically. When he does something that shows leadership, kindness, or thoughtfulness, notice it. Instead of generic compliments like, "You're so nice," go specific. "I really admire how you handled that situation." It shows a lot of strength. Men remember compliments that touch on their character, not just their looks. It makes them feel truly seen, and it creates a powerful emotional bond. Another small but powerful move, create shared experiences instead of constant talking. Instead of always focusing on deep, heavy conversations, invite playful activities. Suggest a spontaneous mini adventure, a hike, a new restaurant, a dance class, a trivia night. Shared experiences build emotional connection faster than endless texting ever will. The memories you create together become emotional anchors that deepen his feelings for you. Also, start mastering the art of the graceful goodbye. If a date or conversation is dragging, or if the vibe feels a little off, you don't need to overstay out of politeness. Learn to say, "I had such a great time, but I have an early morning, let's talk soon," and exit while the energy is still good. Leaving on a high note leaves him wanting more and shows incredible self-respect. Finally, use your energy intentionally. Smile warmly, but don't oversell. Maintain eye contact that lingers just a second longer than usual. When he tells a story, lean in slightly, showing you're present, but pull back and hold your space when needed. Your energy should say, I'm open to connection, but I don't need it to feel complete. That balance is magnetic beyond words. All of these shifts are subtle. They don't require you to change who you are, only to move through the world with a deep belief in your own value. When you implement even a few of these today, you'll feel an immediate difference not only in how men respond to you, but how you feel about yourself, confident, powerful, irresistible, without ever playing games. And when that happens, you stop chasing love. You start attracting it effortlessly. As we wrap up everything we've covered today, it's important to remember, being magnetic isn't about being perfect, looking a certain way, or fitting into anyone's mold of who you should be. True magnetism comes from energy, the kind of energy that quietly says, I know who I am, I love who I am, and I welcome love, but I do not chase it. When you embody this, you naturally attract the right kind of man, the one who is ready, who is willing, who is excited to invest deeply in you. Let's quickly bring it all together. We started with the reality that men are drawn to mystery, not the confusing, manipulative kind, but the genuine depth that comes when you don't hand over your whole soul to someone on day one. You learned that real connection is built slowly, layer by layer, creating anticipation and desire as he uncovers more about you over time. You discovered how to avoid the number one mistake that so many women unknowingly make: oversharing, overgiving, and trying too hard to prove their worth. You saw that you never need to convince someone to love you. You simply need to stay rooted in your own self-worth and allow the right person to meet you there. You mastered the idea of being irresistible without playing childish games. Instead of manipulation, you lead with authenticity, standards, and a full, vibrant life of your own. You're not waiting to be chosen. You're choosing yourself first. And that is the very thing that magnetizes others toward you. We dived into the secret emotional triggers that men can't resist: admiration, acceptance, excitement, emotional safety, and feeling truly seen. These triggers aren't activated through force or performance. They happen naturally when you live in alignment with your highest, most genuine self. And most importantly, you now have real-life examples you can start applying today. From mirroring his energy, to selectively sharing your world, to mastering the graceful goodbye, every move you make from this new empowered energy subtly teaches a man how to treat you, respect you, and value you. So as a final tip, never underestimate the power of silence, of mystery, of grace. Sometimes the most magnetic thing you can do is simply to lean back and allow the right man to come closer. Not out of anger, not out of strategy, but out of a deep, powerful knowing that you are worth the effort, the pursuit, and the love you desire. Keep your standards high, but your heart soft. Stay playful, stay curious, stay radiant. Trust that the man who truly deserves you will not need to be chased, convinced, or fixed. He will simply recognize your value and move mountains to be close to you. When you embody this kind of natural magnetism, love becomes effortless. It's not a game. It's not a performance. It's the natural result of you becoming the fullest, most alive version of yourself and letting love find you exactly where you are. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm so proud of you for investing in yourself and your journey to deeper, more meaningful connections. You have all the tools inside you. Now it's just about trusting yourself enough to use them. Stay glowing, stay grounded, and most of all, stay magnetic. Before we close today, I want to leave you with something incredibly powerful, an affirmation that can help you shift your energy, align your heart, and magnetize the love you truly deserve. Because the truth is, the quality of love you attract starts with the quality of love you give to yourself. I invite you to take a deep breath,